7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this little crazy mother.
Hello everybody, thank you for clicking. I'm on my way to Ashbourne at the moment from Sudbury. I'm going through Sudbury, through Ashbourne, then on to Buxton, then on to the Leek Road at Buxton. There's a bit of a bike meeting at the Winking Man today, so I'm going to have a venture out there and have a look at it. It's a lovely day, makes a change because the bloody summer's been pretty terrible these past few weeks, so there you go. One topic what come up yesterday when I was at work in a customer's house, after I finished the job we started discussing a few things, and apparently they've been broken into not long ago. This is all in your Toxeter. Now, my job, I come across it, well, I have come across it a few times in the past. One instance was I was doing a job up just on the outskirts of Toxeter, and I got there in a van, drove up the drive to this house, got my tools out, went round the back of the house to get into the house, and the door was already open, which is a big sliding door on the back of the house. Now, I didn't think much of it at the time, because I thought, well, there's other trades working in the house at the same time as well, so you just carry on, don't you? So I walked in, put my tools down and started work, thinking, no, they've probably just nipped out to get some more materials if it's one of the joiners or whatever, you know. So yeah, I carried on doing my job. I did my job, a couple of hours of work, and packed up and shut the door to. Never thought anything of it. Anyway, a few hours later at home I had a phone call from that customer informing me that they'd been broken into. Now I went back up later on obviously to see what had happened, and the police are already there, but they basically turned around and said to me they seem to think that you well, me, I disturbed them in the act of theft. So they'd obviously been upstairs and got the bed sheets out and put all these cameras and everything else on top of the bed sheets ready to pick up and run with them, you see. So basically what they'd done, they'd broken in through the front door, which is an old Victorian door, and rifled through the bloody house. So, and I come in through the back and disturbed them, but they'd obviously gone before I got through the door. So, but when I sat down and thought about it, what would have happened if I had caught them at it? What would have happened if I caught them trying to get out of the house? What would have happened, you know? So it's quite worrying in some respects, you know. Of course, I've been speaking to these other customers yesterday, and they've had a break-in, which is on one of the main roads coming out of Toxeter, which is a very busy road. Plenty of things happening around. There's builders across the road on a building site working across there. There's a office next door to that, which is always, you know, busy. So it's surprising that they have been broken into. Yeah, so it's one of my biggest things. I despise them. What makes them think that they can go in anybody's house or pinch anybody's property? In fact, doesn't matter what it is, cars, whatever, phones, anything. What gives them the right to think that they can pinch somebody else's property? So yeah, that's just one thing on my mind. It was winding me up yesterday, but yeah, anyway, like I say, we're on the way to Ashbourne, and we're going through Ashbourne onto the Buxton Road, then on up to Buxton itself, and turn off for the Leek Road. We'll see what's happening at the Waking Man. Right, I'm just coming through Buxton, sunny Buxton. That's a lovely day, I must admit. There you go, red light. Some lovely old buildings around Buxton, really ornamental. if you tend to look up more than down, you tend to see a bit more in the buildings and stuff. And there we go, A53 leak. Beautiful views up here, beautiful. It's a lovely day. Oh dear. Try and get up a bit more. Yeah, you're alright. You're alright. It's a bit awkward here, isn't it? That'll do. Yeah, there's a few here. Now the thing is, when you come to these places, you meet some ugly bastards. You know? Hey, up are you? You're alright? It's warm, isn't it? I'm alright, you? Hey?
You on your own?
Yeah. Right, here are you. A few bikes. Triumphs, Royal Enfield. Hondas. Suzuki's. Wow, Triumph Rocket. What's a Roadster? It's a three-wheeler. Nice one. Oh. Very nice. Oh. Ooh. God, that's nice. Harley Davidson. Really nice. Very nice. Right. Get on your way, I think. Right. On the way back home. Well, I tell you now, the weather is absolutely gorgeous. Heading back off through to Leakway, I think, back home. The views are stunning up here, though. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, until next time, I will see you again. Take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.